Hello, hello, gorgeous NFA Money Mamas. It is time for another episode of Women Entrepreneur Podcast. Today we have an awesome topic. Have you ever heard yourself say, I really want to write a book, or, ooh, I can't wait to write a book, but then you find yourself not doing it? I can't count how many people I've had come and talk to me and say, I've always wanted to write a book. I have such great ideas, and then they just don't do it. Understandable. It can feel like a big endeavor and it can feel overwhelming. So today I'm going to break down 8 simple steps for you to write a book in a month and promote it to be a bestseller on Amazon. That's exactly the process I'm in right now. At the time of this recording, it's November 3rd. This is going to be released sometime next week or on Tuesday next week. So you'll have about 15 days of hearing me live time on Instagram share my book writing journey, because I'm writing this book in the month of November, and I've created these steps to help you walk through how to promote it, how to create a landing page, and then how to get it to bestseller status, and some of the habits that you need to have in order to write a book in 30 days. So that's what we're going to break down on this episode today, step by step. This started for me when at the beginning of the year, I told my whole community, I'm writing a book in 2022. And here we are in November and I haven't written it yet, or in October last week, when I thought I need to write this book now. And I woke up inspired. I'm like, okay, it's go time. How am I going to do this in a way that feels inspirational and fun so that I can make sure that I meet my deadline of the end of this year? And so I mapped out a plan, and I'm like, NFA style, no fucking around style. I go, okay, today's the day I'm starting, and I'm going to do a 30-day challenge, and I'm writing this book. And on the same day that I had this thought, it was really a cool manifestation moment, because I was journaling. Ooh, I'm ready to write my book. Let's do it. I'm going to do like a 30-day challenge. That way it'll hold me accountable. And on the same day in my email, I got an email, like kind of just like a cold marketing email, to join this book writing and publishing boot camp that same weekend. So this was last weekend. And I was like, oh my God, how perfect is that? And it was in one of the modules they had, it was teaching how to be a best-selling author on Amazon. And so it's like, perfect. And this is what's so cool about manifestation. When you make a decision about the direction you want to go, you take steps in the direction, the universe opens doors that you could never plan for. And there's a perfect example of it. When I woke up and I was writing about, okay, it's time to write the book, my first thought was, I'm not really sure how to do the Amazon part, and I'm not really sure how to get it to be a best-selling book. And then here within my email, within a couple hours, it was actually there as I was writing my journal, because when I went to check my email, it had been sent to me that morning. Here was the solution. And that was so awesome. So I want to remind you again to use my manifesting process, because it works so incredibly well. And that's how you're going to do it in writing this book. So let's break down the exact steps to help you out. This is definitely one episode where you're going to want to get out a piece of paper and a pen, and or go to the blog on the Women Entrepreneur Podcast. You'll see this in written version, or if you're watching on YouTube, you also see me highlighting the steps on YouTube. So let's get started with our steps. Step number 1, the first thing that you must do is come up with a title and create the cover. And I say on Canva, okay? I do all my media on Canva. The cover for the Women Entrepreneur Podcast, our marketing and our emails, our posts, everything is done on Canva. It's a very inexpensive, awesome platform and has so many uses, creating logos, creating headers, like all kinds of stuff. And so I love doing digital art. Not everybody loves it. So if you don't, hire it out, find someone on Fiverr. That's totally fine too. But if you love digital art, Canva is a great way to do it. And so for the cover of our book here, I'm going to hold it up on YouTube, and you'll see it if you go to the page I'm going to tell you in a minute. But this is what I did was I took a book. I'm reading the Genius Zone by Gay Hendricks. I took his book and I printed out the cover that I created and taped it onto the book, so it looks like it's my book already published. I love doing stuff like that for visualization. So the book is called I'm a Money Magnet, the top 30 money-making mantras to manifest more. I am a money magnet, the top 30 money-making mantras to manifest more. And the reason that I'm using this title, you'll read about in the book, but one reason is because I love teaching how to use what I call mantras that are very incredibly effective in order to train your brain in the direction of manifestation. Man, I'm stumbling over my words. I'm going to slow down a little bit. Woo. I'm so excited right now. Okay, let me go back. Reverse. I'm using this mantra and this book because when I was on food stamps, I started using mantras and affirmations as a way to reprogram my money mindset. And so I have a really fun strategy to do that. And so I want to give you the top 30 money-making mantras that I used to train my brain in a new direction. And so I Am a Money Magnet was the first one I started using, and it's just so much fun. Every time I would find money, I would go, I'm a money magnet. Everything I touch turns to gold. If someone took me out to dinner and paid for it unexpectedly, I'm a money magnet. Everything I touch turns to gold. If I got up to the cash register at the grocery store and something was on sale that I purchased and I didn't know it, I would in my mind go, I'm a money magnet. Everything I touch turns to gold. And I just reinforce that belief in my mind. And so I'm going to teach you in this book how to use mantras in a way that's very intentional and strategic and actually works. Because if you tell yourself mantras that are unbelievable to your subconscious mind, it automatically goes, yeah, right, you're full of crap. And it doesn't totally work. And it doesn't work as fast. It takes a lot longer. And so I'm going to teach you a strategy in this book to journal and use mantras in a very effective way. The first mantra being, I am a money magnet. Okay, so something I want you to think about in titles, okay? A really, really great resource here, and this is in the blog. If you can't remember this, go to the blog and write this down and click on the link in the blog. It's called 𝐄𝐧𝐭.com/headline-analyzer. I know that's long, so probably go to the blog and get this. 𝐄𝐧𝐭.com headline analyzer. This is a really cool tool to come up with titles for, let's say you have podcast episodes, you have YouTube videos and books, things of the sort. It's going to give you a score based on SEO and based on marketing emotion. And so when I come up with every title, even for this show, I plug it in and make sure that it's going to get a high score, because I want to be posting things that have high SEO and that are hitting you in an emotional way. So this book title, I'm a Money Magnet, the top 30 money-making mantras to manifest more, scored really high. And so I thought, hey, this is an awesome title. And it was really fun. Actually, my husband and I were sitting on the couch one day journaling, and I'm like, this was about 6 months ago. And I was like, I want to write a book. I want it to be an easy book to get to my first book out there. And he's like, what about, one of your mantras? And he said, I'm a money magnet, because he hears me say it all the time. And so it was a really fun collaborative title, but always check your titles for your books with people. And here's a tip. A lot of people think, I came up with this awesome title, it's so sexy, but other people don't really get it. And so you're making it really hard to have it be a high selling book, because in your mind, it makes sense. And it might be that it's too much focused on you. It's like a secret between you and someone else, or it's vague. Your audience is unclear. So just really check that headline analyzer and ask around about your title so that you're not making it harder on yourself. So get a juicy, sexy title and create a cover for it on Canva. That is step one. Okay. Step two, create a pre-order landing page and share your book everywhere to get orders. Okay, so what you're doing here is you're starting the journey of being a bestseller on Amazon by creating this pre-order landing page. And I'm realizing that I didn't pull up this page. I want to, on YouTube, I'm going to pull it up so that everyone can see it. But if you aren't on YouTube, where you need to go to see my pre-order landing page that I built is IamAMoneyMagnetBook.com. IamAMoneyMagnetBook.com. And I'm going to share this on YouTube so everyone can see it. And then I'll just scroll through it so you understand what to put on this landing page. So what you want to do when you have one of these landing pages is that you want to have, of course, your book at the top. And in Canva, it's cool. You can do like a mock-up of a 3D generated book image. You'll see it if you're on YouTube. You can see what I'm talking about. And it's really fun and easy. And then you want to have a pre-order spot, right? So you want it to say, that it's a pre-order, because people are going to be ordering it from your website, not from Amazon yet. They're going to be pre-ordering on your website, so that then on the day that you go live on Amazon, you can then put all the orders in to hit that bestseller status. So you're going to have a pre-order page, and on that page, you got to get them inspired to pre-order. So set the price. I set this one at $15.99, and I outline what they're going to get in the book, but then I say there's bonuses, right? So for you right now, if you go pre-order my book, which I highly recommend you do and would be psyched if you do, again, go to 𝐼AmAMoneyMagnetBook.com, 𝐼AmAMoneyMagnetBook.com. It also is going to enter you into an exclusive giveaway party that I have on launch day of the book. So the book is to be published on December 19th. So I'm going to have a party on that day, and we're going to get bestseller status. And at that party, we're going to celebrate by me giving away a whole bunch of prizes. So you can get a signed copy of the book, you can get one of my courses, or you can get a 90-minute laser focused coaching session with me. So these prizes are worth $2,000 in giveaway. On the page, I've also put a countdown timer, a meet the author, features that I've been seen in, and I just make the page very simple and only have one CTA, call to action, which is to pre-order your book. So create a pre-order campaign with a one-page landing page that's very simple, that's highlighting your book and any special bonuses. Now, let's say for you, you need a simple bonus. It could be something like the first chapter of the book. You could give away the first chapter of the book if they pre-order, or you could give away a small course you've already created, or another book that you've already written, or an ebook could be the bonus. Like if they pre-order this book, they get a bonus ebook, or, get creative here and think of something fun to give away to inspire people to do a pre-order. The trick here is that you want to have a pre-order page so that you can start attracting people to the book, and then also you can follow up and nurture them after they've ordered the book and read the book. Now you can also contact them to get reviews. If you do the pre-order launch on Amazon and you don't keep their name in your community, like in your email files, then you don't have a way to contact them to get reviews for the book, which is also going to help you boost later on Amazon. So pre-order strategy is a really powerful one if you are wanting to use your book as a way to build your expert platform in your business. So that's step number 2. And let's see here. We're going to remove that. And now we're going to talk about step number 3. You are going to outline your book chapters on a Google Sheet. So just get a Google Sheet, Excel spreadsheet, whatever spreadsheet software you use. And I want you to outline your chapters. And in this step, I want the main key here is that you want to keep it simple, especially if it's your first book. Do less instead of more. The reason I chose 30 money-making mantras is because I thought, I can write 30 in a month, 1 a day. That's pretty simple for me. I love mantras. I use them all the time, and affirmations. And so it was like, I could knock that out very easily. And so all I need to do, right, is write the intro, write the 30 mantras, write a conclusion, and it's done. Okay, so for you, I would recommend, if you're doing something along these lines, do a 5-chapter book with also an intro and a conclusion. So it's 7 chapters. And in those 5 chapters, outline something about a process that you walk your people through to establish yourself as an expert. And this is going to help you build your expert brand. And it's going to help people get to have an interaction with you through that whole book. I love to think I was at an event once and they said, I love writing books because it's like you are, you're getting to go to bed with somebody every night. It totally cracked me up because it's like you're laying in bed reading and you're in bed with somebody every night. And in that, you are implanting in their brain your content and they're building a relationship with you, right? So I want you to think about all the books you've read before that have impacted your life. Even if you get one powerful takeaway from a book, you remember that book. And that's what you get to do when you create a book. And so keep it simple, outline it on a Google Sheet, and just do, a very, very simple model, especially if it's your first time writing a book. Just, create. So what you want to do is create the chapter on one row, and then the next column. The next column is going to be the title of the chapter. And then you could do a column that talks about what that chapter is going to be about. So help yourself just start creating a skeleton outline so that you can make the process easier. It reduces resistance when you have a plan, and it reduces resistance when you can see it all in that spreadsheet. You're like, oh, cool, this is easy. Okay, I write 1 chapter a week. Maybe you don't want to do this book in 30 days and you decide it's going to take me 7 weeks and I write a 7-chapter book. If you want to do it in 30 days, you can do it that way too. You just know, okay, if I'm doing it in 30 days, and I'm doing 5 chapters, I need to write about a chapter and a half a week, right? For the 5 chapters, and then the intro and the conclusion are just wrapping up and introducing. So just break it down and reverse engineer it from a place of ease on your Google spreadsheet. Okay. Step number 4, you're going to set your deadline and block daily writing time on your schedule. This is really important. So let's say you're going to do this in a month. You want to reverse engineer and go, okay, I'm going to write this book in 30 days, block that on your calendar. And then you need to block out as much time on your calendar as it's going to take you to get that done in 30 days. Now, if you're not like wildly NFA like I am and go, okay, I'd rather take 12 weeks to do it, or I'd rather take 6 months to do it, then reverse engineer from that perspective. Let's say you're doing a 12-week strategy. You could write that on your calendar and then go, okay, I'm going to write every day for half an hour, 5 days a week, and see where I am after the first month. I then need to increase it to an hour a day or decrease it to 15 minutes a day, depending on how fast of a writer you are. So just reverse engineer a strategy by setting the deadline and then blocking time on your schedule every day. And the important thing here is that you block it out and you treat it like it is an appointment with the most important person on the planet, yourself, to do your writing time. And during that writing time, turn your phone off. Turn off distractions. If you have kids, tell them, hey, this is my time. Don't talk to me. You could do it early in the morning when no one's up. Like, do not let this time get interrupted so that you can get in the habit of writing. And it's really powerful. I did research with the University of Colorado Boulder in the Teaching Faculty Excellence Program. And one of the things that I researched was what they called brief daily writing. They would do brief daily writing. And it was, in the professor world, you've got to be a prolific scholar in order to gain tenure. And so new professors coming in would struggle with like workload in teaching and then doing research and writing. And what they found in this research was that when people did brief daily writing sessions, instead of blocking out 1 day a week to write, the ones who wrote on brief daily sessions were far more prolific writers and published way more than the ones who would block out, like, say, 1 day a week or one long block. And the reason for that is because what will happen is you will have that large block and something will come up and you don't do it. Now you haven't written the whole week. And so it's just like a savings strategy when you're saving money. You want to be saving consistently, daily, for money, let's say monthly. But when writing an exercise, let's say it's a comparable one, you've got to do it every day. You can't just work out 1 day a week for 4 hours and feel really good all the time. You want to work out every day, right? Writing is the same thing. You're just building a habit of daily, brief writing sessions. So daily, daily, daily. Okay, number 5. Post your process on social media to get people excited about your book. So this is a really fun one. If you want to follow me during this journey, during the month of November, I'm doing every single day a live video talking about my writing process to give you inspiration, to give you tips. And so I'm doing day 1 through 30 for the whole month of November. Go to Instagram. My Instagram handle is @NFA Money. If you're not following me there, go follow me there. That's where I post all my stuff about the Women Entrepreneur Podcast, and it's where I'm doing this book writing challenge. And the reason I'm doing it is because it's fun for me. It keeps me accountable. It also shares with you the process. This is like Gary V style, where he talks about documenting your process instead of having to come up with extra content. So this is a way for you to see my process, hang out with me, talk about the book writing journey, and get tips and strategies on how to write a book in 30 days. And so part of the reason I'm doing that as well is that it's promoting the book. So in that, I'll start promoting the pre-sale page that I showed you before, IamAMoneyMagnetBook.com. So I'm, promoting, hey, here's how I'm writing it. Now go buy the book at pre-order so you can have a chance to win and hang out with me at the launch party. Okay, so it's building community, it's sharing on social media, and it's getting people excited, because in order to get that bestseller status, I need to have a certain number of pre-orders. And so this is when we post on about your process on social media, you're hitting a lot of marks all at once. You're creating content to keep connecting with your people. You are promoting the book. You are being seen as an expert. You are attracting new people. And so it's just a fun process. So definitely go check out what I'm doing so you can get an idea of how you could do yours. So just go to @NFA Money on Instagram and you'll see my process there. And the lives get stored as posts. So don't worry if you missed anything, or if you're listening to this way after the fact, you can still go back to my Instagram and you'll see the 30-day challenge on Instagram. Okay, step number 6, and don't worry, I'm going to recap this at the end. Step number 6, publish your book on Amazon. So publish your book on Amazon. I'm not going to teach this here because it would be way too long of an episode. Go to YouTube. I like to call it YouTube University, and type in how to publish a book on Amazon. You will be shocked how easy it actually is to self-publish on Amazon. Wow. Like you could do it in like learn it in one video and see what to do. It's actually very easy. The tricks in the next step, I'll talk about the tricks for categories and things like that. But publishing your book on Amazon is just pretty easy, and learn it on YouTube and see the steps, step-by-step process. Very, very simple. They even give you, like on Amazon, if you search, they give you the template, they give you the exact requirements. Like it's much easier than you think. So don't let the tech part freak you out. So you're going to publish it. Now, step number 7, enter all pre-orders at once to get to bestseller status. Okay, so this is the other reason when we go back to step number 2, when I said create your pre-order landing page and share your book everywhere to get orders, this ties to this step number 7, where you've got to enter all of those pre-orders on Amazon on the same day when your book launches to get to the bestseller status. Now, the trick here on Amazon is that in order to gain bestseller status, you've got to be in the top 100 of a category. And Amazon has a lot more categories than you would think. I think it's like I can't remember the numbers. It's either 1,000 or I think it's around 1,100 categories. I think it's 1,100 categories. And most people don't know this. So if you find the right category on Amazon and get into the top 100 in that day, they change it every hour. So as you're adding the pre-orders, let's say you have a whole bunch of people helping you add pre-orders and you have 100 going in 1 hour, and you reach the top sales in that category in that hour, you'll get the bestseller tag on Amazon. Okay, so this is a fun trick to get Amazon status, and also choose a category that aligns with your brand. Like, let's say you're writing a money mindset book. Don't put it in fishing to get a top 100 status. That's nonsense. But find a category that might not be as well known. And what I'm thinking for mine is that I'm going to use the category. I did all this research the other day. Let's see if I can remember. It's like under self-help, it's under religion and spirituality, and then it's under New Age, which works, right? For a money mindset book, it is a spiritual book. I'm talking about law of attraction, money manifestation, and then I'm looking at it being under New Age, which we could think about law of attraction and quantum physics as a New Age theory. So that's what I'm planning, and let's see what happens. I want you to be on the journey with me to get me to bestseller status. So one thing you can do to help me out is go pre-order the book. It also is a huge win for you because it's going to opt you into all the prizes, and you get to hang out with me on a live party, which I'm super excited for. And I'm publishing it on December 19th, so you can get it before Christmas. So make sure that you pre-order. So it's 𝐼amAmoneyMagnetBook.com. 𝐼amAmoneyMagnetBook.com for $15.99. It's going to opt you into all of those awesome bonuses. You get to hang out with me at a pre-launch party, or at actually a launch party, and we get to see if we can get to bestseller status with this book, which I'm so excited about. Okay, so enter all pre-orders at once to get a bestseller status. And the trick there again is choosing the right category to get to the top 100 in that window of time. All right, now number 8, celebrate and promote. The reason for this is because it builds your expert platform and makes a huger impact through your book because more people find it. And it creates a passive stream of income for you, which is really cool. And, for me, part of the reason that I got really inspired to write my book at this moment in time is because I said I would finish one before 2022. That was one of my goals, to publish a book. Also because I'm going on the speaker market, and it's really powerful to have a published book as a speaker. It helps build credibility. It also gives you something to be able to offer people at the talks that you do. And so that was why to me, I was like, oh, it's time. It's all coming together to, go on the speaker market, have a best-selling book. TEDx will be coming next year. And that's another thing that I have in the plans and in the works. So that's part of the reasons you want to write a book. I think you all know well enough why you would want to write a book. I think sometimes it's just a life goal. It's like, hey, I have a story to share, and maybe you don't care at all about bestseller status, and you just want to get your heart out into the world, or your expertise out into the world. That's awesome too. Whatever the reason is for you, celebrate and promote, and even just celebrate yourself for publishing a book. Even if you have one sale, awesome. And it's your mom, awesome, right? Like, that's an accomplishment. So be sure to celebrate yourself. Okay, let's recap and then we'll wrap up. So step number 1, come up with a title and create a cover on Canva. Step number 2, create the pre-order landing page and share your book everywhere to get orders. Step number 3, outline your book chapters on a Google Sheet. Step number 4, set your deadline and block daily writing time on your schedule. Step number 5, post your process on social media to get people excited about your book. Step number 6, publish your book on Amazon. And step number 7, enter all pre-orders at once to get the bestseller status. And step number 8, celebrate and promote. Woo, woo. All right. I'm psyched that you're all here. Don't forget that it is your time to pre-order the book. I'm going to put it up here so you can see it really clearly. Go to IamAMoneyMagnetBook.com. IamAMoneyMagnetBook.com. That's going to have you pre-order the book, which will help me get to bestseller status and will also give you the chance to enter into $2,000 worth of prizes and hang out with me on launch day, December 19th, when the book is published. Woo, I'm so excited for this. Thanks for being here today. DM me with questions. Join me on the challenge on Facebook. Handle is at NFA Money. I can't wait to read my own book and yours. And just, hang out with me on Instagram and let me know your thoughts about this. If you have a book that you're writing right now, share that there. I'll post it to my social media. Let's hang out together and be best-selling authors and share our impact in the world through writing. Woohoo. Okay. Until next time, I'm sending you a lot of love, big hugs, and NFA money-making high fives.